Okay. So at this time, I hope that you have pretty much labeled the O, A, B, C, the O, the A, the B, and the AB. Because our calculator for the nspire can grab calculator data using bar graphs using calculator data, unlike the other ones. The other ones we have to manipulate the histogram to actually give us an impression of a bar graph. Okay? And pretty much they learned it, you don't need to learn it, but if you want to keep consistent, you could look at those videos and modify it as such using these labelings right here, where 0 will be 1, A will be 3, B will be 5, and AB will be 7. I understand why I'm using those because that's what it comes down to, because they have to do the more thinking work when they're making it into their calculator. Compared to us, we don't have to do that much thinking. Therefore, we don't necessarily need this right here, so I'm going to erase this because it's not of importance for us here. It was for the other group. Okay? So we're probably looking at this. And on these 1, 2, and 3 parts, they won't really be here for us. But we'll keep it there for right now, so you can see the consistency, so what's happening for the other ones, videos, you can read it for them. Okay? So, how do we graph a bar graph using technology? Oh, you're going to find something very cool when I actually convert over. It's been very, very nice. And it's going to actually do dot plot status. So a dot plot can actually be used to describe the frequency distribution of data as well. And it's pretty cool. I didn't think about it until now. But anyways, just going to show you real quick. So you guys already have this data in here. So hopefully you do, and it's consistent. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and set up, make a new page. That's gonna be a graphing page. So control document, and now I'm gonna go to the data and statistics, and enter. Notice how it does this crap again, where we don't know if there's randomly put in places. It's not really a scatter plot. I really don't know what this is, but I'm gonna come over here and go ahead and click on this variable here and make it into our list one. Remember, our list one is our original data. So I'm going to enter that there. Enter. Okay. And look at how it automatically makes it to a dot plot. And this dot plot definitely coincides with what's happening over here. Okay. It turns out the one that was over here is kind of what they call a periodic graph or graph, which means that the graph or the categories were arranged in order based off the descending order of the frequencies. Okay. Well, over here, our calculator has made its choice. But what it do? It made alphabetical orders on the bottom. If you didn't notice, A, B, because it becomes a 3A, B, and O. That's what your graph did. That's what your calculator did. Once again, these could be ordered in any way. If you were to graph it by hand, you could order it in any way. There's nothing that says you cannot have it in a certain order. Because once again, blood type is not ordered. There's no ranking towards them. Okay, we just know that some people have more of one type than others. Okay, doesn't mean they're better. That's another story. Anyways, come over here. So we got that, but that's not what we wanted, right? We wanted the dot plot, but you can see how the dot plot would transform into a bar graph just by us changing the properties. So the plot. So I'm gonna go over here to menu, and I'm gonna go to plot type. So plot type is the first option. So I'm gonna enter it. So notice how they're giving me only two options here. If you don't want the dot plot, well, here's the bar. Here's the bar chart, and here is the pie chart. So I'm gonna do the bar chart for this instance. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and enter. And notice how it just made it into a bar. It made the dot plot into a bar. And what's the most important thing? There are gaps between them. Okay. Over here, we permanently did exaggerate our gaps because when we do it on the calculators, we have to go based off scaling and class width and class widths. So scaling is important over here. Over here, all we care about is that the gaps. Okay. So there isn't really a way to scale the x-axis because there is no numerical value there for ours. Okay, over here there's numerical value for them with numerical value because we had to do numerical labeling. So we're introducing numericals for them. over here, all we could adjust is just the top. That's all we could adjust. And it's consistent to R10 over here. The only difference is, they're not, remember, your graph does not do consistent scaling. Remember that? Or doesn't do, you can't control your scales. So this part right here about, oh, I want it to go to be 2, okay, or 1. Your inspire says, no, I do it for you. You don't choose it, you can't control that. When I say, I want to control it, because I want to have my own type of scaling when I graph it over there. But you can still do the scaling there, just be based on 3, and you have to know that the hinge will be 3 in there. Okay? That's the only thing that would adjust for yours. So the graph will be a little more strength this way. But it still has the same shape. I promise you that. You just gotta put it in there. So there's our bar graph just by looking at it from the actual data. But what if we had table? That becomes a question. What if I have the table instead and not just data? Can I still graph the bar graph? And the answer to that question is yes. You can still do it. You can still do it. The question is how? And we're going to do that right now. How do we graph it still? And that's where you guys should have list 2 and list 3 already in your on your calculator. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go back to my list, which is pretty much right here. I'm going to go back to my list. So now I'm just focusing on these 2 guys right here. That's all I'm focusing on. So now I'm not going to make a new page this time. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to menu. Okay. And I'm going to force there to be a data summary with the 2 variables that we're looking at, or the 2 lists we're looking at here. So I'm going to go to data. Okay. And I'm going to go to summary plots. And this guy here should be list 2, while this one here should be list 3. That's your, of course, this is your, let me get this right. This is your the values we're looking at here, the measurements we had, which were the types of blood, and this should be the summary list, which is your frequency. So therefore, R2 should go there. So I didn't really go with that, but just in case you need to do it, just hit on the clicker and choose the one you need. So R2 for sure. Now press down, and I should be looking at this list right here, which is the summary list. I'm gonna hit the clicker, and then I'm gonna choose 3. R3. But make sure you guys are labeled, okay, in yours. So now I'm gonna go down. Don't do the split page. I'm gonna force the new page to happen here, not the other way around. We have to happen through here. The split page, or I mean the new page happens through there. And now I can highlight OK and enter it. And what does it do right away? It makes the bar graph. But check out what kind of bar graph it makes now. Okay. Notice how the other one, the O was over here. It was it's A, B, B, and O. So this pretty much was rearranged. Okay. So when I say order doesn't matter, but over here, guess what they made? They made a perioptograph. So they actually rearranged the categories, okay, to be in a descending order. That's what they did. So we could kind of do the same thing for the other calculators, but it requires more tedious work. So perioptograph is just a unique graph. It's not really that important unless you want to make some type of arrangement between the most occurring to the least occurring, then okay, I can see that happening. We can see the descending of it. But other than that, we have a bar graph right there, and we just got to change the scaling on the y values. That's simple. Not much to change, not much to do here, and that's the coolest thing about this graph here. Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much stop the video here, and then the next video I'm gonna have is gonna show the same thing here. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be comparing the bar graph to the pie chart. And for you guys, if you guys could actually graph it for both you and Casio, I want to show how that is for both of you guys. Well, TI can't. So I'm going to put on you guys, I'm going to say pie chart, and then say TI versus Casio, or Inspire versus Casio. And we'll see that. Okay, because those are the only ones that can do it. Sorry, over here. For the TI-84s, you're out of the mix. Okay, you're not in competition when it comes down to it. Okay. Well, thank you, and I will see you in the next video.